또다시 시작되는 기약 없는 이별 앞에서
상봉에 나선 가족들은 더 이상 만날 수
It is not very peaceful in a way because still North Korea is threatening South Korea in many ways. So I think in a peaceful as a 10, I would say it's around a 3, 4. So not peaceful at all.
1 to 10. I think Korea is about at a 5 or 6. Because I do see them making efforts in the previous presidential regime, trying to connect with the North Korean leaders and trying to make that effort to do things together. But I think it still needs work because it feels very one-sided for now, and so I would give it about like a 5 or a 6.
I would say it's an 8. I don't feel in danger living in South Korea from North Korean attack. But I think it's possible. As we are seeing in current events of Russia and Ukraine, anything's possible. So if North Korea did do attack or missile launch or anything like that, I think it's possible, just not likely. So that's why I say 8 and not like a 10. But still, I feel completely safe living here.
I think it's more peaceful than America. Especially given the fact that there was a shooting recently at an elementary school in America. I would say Korea is definitely more peaceful. I think in America's core belief about the right to have freedom and for free expression, that naturally creates a lot of discord and differences, whereas Korea is more of a homogenous society. So I think there's less outward disagreement compared to what America has. 1 to 10? I don't know. Is any country truly peaceful? Maybe like a 5. We'll say just a 5. 5 or 6, something like that.
As I am German, I have experienced reunification, and I think the pros are that because people are from the same culture, so it is good that they are being reunited as a nation.
Pros would be, of course, peaceful treaty between the two countries to get along.
I think the pros would be amazing. If we could reunify, things would be equal. The North Koreans would be lifted up out of their suffering and more like South Korea. So I think that would just be amazing. Additionally, a united Korea would be stronger in the long term, economically, culturally, geographically. It would just be bigger and more people and just better. And also being able for South Korea to touch China would be great. I've heard about the railroad that could go from like Busan all the way through Russia. It would be so cool.
The reunification of families, I think that's where most of the pros would be in the daily lives of people and relationships.
But at the same time, the cons, because we've been separated for such a long time, reunification, the process itself, there are a lot of difficulties, and it will take a long time. So the economic could also deteriorate in some parts, so that could be also parts where people consider it as cons.
Cons would be, I think, now getting to the legal part of adjusting, having one government, so two separate entities coming together to be one. So the chaos in the hierarchy and the power struggles amongst them would be the most difficult thing.
Oh yeah, the cons are it would take a long time for North Korea to come up, I think, and it could be very expensive for normal South Koreans to kind of help them. And also maybe there would be prejudice between, oh, you're North Korean or South Korean, and I don't want any of that, so this could be some problems.
Government and finances and restructuring. I think that's a process that would take many, many years and not something that could be done quickly.
년 전과 똑같이 다가왔습니다. 짙은 버스 유리창이 어머니와 아들, 아버지와 딸, 형제 자매를 갈라놓았습니다. 가로막힌 창을 다급하게 두들기며 가족들은 서로를 향해 울었습니다.
문재인 대통령 앞에도 말씀드리고 이 기자 여러분들한테도 말씀드립니다. 감사합니다.
예, 오늘 우리 만남을 축하하듯이 날씨도 아주 화창한.
Are tears.
Complicated.
Whole.
I think people who are older, they would get happy tears, but I'm sure through reunification there will be also difficult.
The process of being made whole.
Because it's the most definitely needed thing in order for unification to occur. So peace.
Because it involves two very different governments, two very different histories.